Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am reviewing something that some of you guys will like and some of you guys will hate. What it is an electric chainsaw. So I've got a Toro chainsaw in the box here. I'm going to take it out, show you the specs on the battery, the chain, the bar, etc. on the saw. This video is just to show you what's out there. I'm not promoting electric chainsaws over gas chainsaws. Everything has its place. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so I've got the chainsaw here in the box. The box is a bit beat up. That's because it was in storage for a long time. Toro chainsaw, first chainsaw I see from Toro. 60 volts, 16-inch, cordless. And this saw here has a brushless motor. And apparently you can cut through a 6x6 timber up to 150 times on a single charge. What I've got here today is a 2.5 amp hour battery. There's the specs on the battery here right at the top. 60 volt max DC, 2.5 amp hour. So that's not the biggest battery you can get from Toro. And by the way, I've got it fully charged here. However, you could use the same battery here in a weed whacker, a snowblower, a lot of other electric equipment from Toro. I do have a couple videos of a Toro snowblower that I made videos on a few years ago on my channel, and I'll put those links in the video description so you can check it out. So what I'll do here is take the saw out of the box. I've already got the bar and chain on it, and then I've got some logs in the backyard, and I'm going to see how many logs, or actually firewood pieces, I can cut out of the logs before the battery's dead. Okay, here's the manual here. Nobody reads their manuals, but if you've never used a chainsaw in your life, you should read the manual. Here's the saw. Comes with the bar cover, comes with the bar and chain. This is where you insert the battery. Now you can check how much life is left in your battery just by pushing over here. So it's fully charged. All the lights are on. All right, so let's get the bar cover off. Now the chain that's on here is a 3/8 low profile chain. Same chain that goes on a lot of the smaller steel chainsaws and the pull-in chainsaws. Now there is a safety brake here, so when the safety brake's on, the saw will not power on. See that? So let's take that off. Now the weight of this saw, I would say, is probably at least 10 pounds. Actually, it's here on the box. Weight without battery, 9.6 pounds. And I assume that the battery is about 2-3 pounds. So you're looking at probably 13 pounds. And you need a tool to actually remove and reinstall the bar, as you can see here. And you've got the same type of adjuster here that you see on most steel chainsaws. And it does actually feel of good quality, guys. I will put the brake on just so that I don't accidentally start it up here. And here's the other side. And there's a toolless oil cap over here. And here's the underneath, if you guys want to see that. There's the sprocket. So what I did, because the bar and chain are new, is I put it on just a little tighter than I usually do because they stretch a little bit once you use them. So all I got to do here is put some bar oil, get outside to my logs, and see how many logs I can cut up. And you can see there is a vent mechanism here, or filter, for the oil tank. Today I'm using the Sten's All Season bar and chain oil. So it's taking quite a bit of oil there. It's a fairly big oil tank. And the only safety gear I'm going to be wearing today are some safety glasses and gloves. No earmuffs. Okay, here's some logs that my neighbor gave me, so I'm going to be chewing through those, and we'll see how many I can cut and how fast it cuts. Okay, we're done guys, battery's dead. I was cutting stuff that's a lot bigger than 6 inches, but we still did good. I think I did over 50 cuts. And this is the smaller battery. It's not the biggest battery with the highest amp hour rating. And I think if I had the bigger battery, I could have easily done over 100 cuts with one battery. Okay, I'm back in the shop here. Let's check the gauge here on the battery. So this is completely dead. One little green light left. It kind of charged up itself to one green light. Earlier was there were no lights at all. But I have to say I am impressed. I mean, this is not a chainsaw to do your firewood with, but if you had to cut brush and small limbs around the yard, I'm sure it would do everything you need it to do. And I think I got over 50 cuts, as I mentioned earlier, and I did cut some stuff that was way over 6 inches. And we have to remember this is a small saw because it's got a small 3/8 low profile chain. So if you do buy an electric chainsaw and you have a lot of wood to cut, what I recommend is that you buy a second battery. I know it's not cheap. Hopefully, as the years go by, the batteries will become more affordable. That's kind of what I hope. So in my community, like in most other communities, we do have an aging population, and some people come in the shop and they cannot even start their MS 170, and some have switched to electric. Also, the other thing that comes up a lot in the shop here with customers and online is that it would be nice if the batteries would be more affordable. So I do think that as time goes by, the technology gets better. I am hoping that the cost of the batteries will go down, because when you buy, let's say, a chainsaw like this, you will probably want to buy an extra battery so that you can finish the job that you've started, which makes a lot of sense. It's kind of like having a spare barbecue tank for your barbecue. You don't want to run out of propane halfway through your barbecue with your friends. So my overall opinion of this chainsaw is pretty good, guys, because I have used other electric chainsaws. This one is one of my top favorites for sure. It is well built. You will pay a bit more, like I mentioned, but you are getting a far superior product. So at the moment, I still prefer my old gas chainsaws, guys, just like most of you guys watching today. However, I do see a place for these chainsaws where they will be handy for some people. Thanks again for watching, guys. Make sure to like the video if you like the video, not necessarily if you like electric or gas. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.